Looking for the best music for your videos?
Everybody, welcome to Gamematics. I hope you watched those videos on Gamematics because my daddy and me worked so hard on them, and Daddy is a master of Gamematics. Bye, everybody.
What's up? Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? What's up, Tyrell? What's up, Red Aliens? Hi, everybody. That is my number one, my oldest child. She's freaking awesome. She wants to help her daddy. And I'm so impressed with the way that she's so confident with the freaking camera. That was all her. I didn't tell her to say anything. She's funny. She's a good one. I'm good, Eddie. How are you? Hope everything's all right with the fam. I remember last time, I think it was you that said your grandfather passed away. So sorry. I hope everyone's recovering well and doing well. What's up? Plays Roblox, SDV Gaming. What's going on? Hitman. Thank you, Alex the Gamer. She is the bomb. What's going on? Yeah, so today we're gonna play Batman. I figured I'd hang out and chill with y'all, let you all ask some questions and chill for a little bit, and then we'll jump right into Batman Telltale Series. I have never played it. I would say that this is probably gonna be something like a trial run for me to see if I want to get into it or not. I don't know how many episodes there are. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. I imagine probably like 4 or 5. Oh, that's great, Eddie. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm a Call of Duty Carter. I don't know what you mean, Roblox. Thanks, Mr. Gamer Person. Appreciate best game movies. I really appreciate that, man. Hey, Rayan from Pakistan. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Tyrell, I'm reading the chat, buddy. I see you there, pal. Appreciate you being here. You guys have no idea. You guys get excited when I say your name, but man, I get excited when you show up, because without y'all, this channel's nothing without you. Cryptic, man, I love you. I love you for just supporting. Oh, Alex, that's awesome. Alex, the Assassin's Creed are pretty good. I think I've got all of them done. No, I've got a few that I haven't done yet, but I'll get them. I'll get them eventually. Those are really long ones to edit. It's KK. How you doing? So how do I not die? I definitely die in games. It's just, why would I leave that in there? I mean, there's some games that I've played so much, like some of the Call of Duty games, like especially the older ones, I can kind of blow through those pretty quickly. But if it's a game I've never seen before, I mean, it happens. It's part of it all. A lot of times too, I replay some of the missions to make sure that they look good for you guys. Even if I don't die, like if it doesn't look good or semi-realistic, I definitely redo it. Some of the games don't allow you to replay stuff, so I don't do that. Oh, there's 5 chapters. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Jamari, I'm glad you like that epic intro. I wanted to bring my daughter on because she's so charismatic and she has such an awesome personality, and the video was just too cute. I had to share it with y'all. Hey Eric, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I really appreciate it, pal. I'm sure we'll talk soon, man. I appreciate you being here. Actually, while you're here, before you jet, I'm gonna give you moderator rights. Have I ever played alpha of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? No, I didn't play any of the beta this weekend. I want to kind of like, I don't know, it's just me, but I want to kind of just chill from it and kind of be, I want everything to be new when I jump into it. Reppin', oh, is that Indonesia? How you doing, pal? Thanks for joining the stream. God, I wonder what time it is there. It's probably, maybe it's morning, right? Giant Killer Beast, how you doing? I'm doing all right, hanging in there. Today was a crazy day. Xbox went live with pre-orders. I am happy to announce that I did get an Xbox pre-ordered, which was pretty shady because kind of unimpressed with the way these retailers handle these pre-orders. I mean, as soon as it went live, Best Buy crashed, Target crashed, Amazon didn't even display the pre-order. Walmart, I think, is the only one that was working. And actually, I had it in the cart. I was filling my information out, and by the time I got to checkout, it was already sold out. I finally got to Target, had that in my cart. It was showing me cart, and then it kept telling me my cart was empty, so it wouldn't actually let me purchase the order. And then I think like by noon Eastern time, they finally had them available on the listing for Amazon, and I was able to get the Amazon order in, thank God. But that would have sucked that the new Call of Duty comes out and I wouldn't have had a new console. I would have been pretty unhappy about that. Yeah, well, Addie, the thing is with my daughter, she's going to bed right now. So I mean, I'd love to bring her on the stream one of these times. If I do a daytime stream, maybe she'll jump in and say hi. When did what game start? I don't know. Thanks. How do you say that? Kakuli? I'm sorry if I butchered that. I'm glad you like the work, man. I'm so happy you guys love the content. Sometimes I can't believe that there's so many people that support Game Addicts. It's unreal to me, and still blows my mind that that y'all like it as much as you do. COVID is getting better. There's some cases. I mean, in June it got as high as like 8,000 to 12,000 new cases a day in my state. Now we're at like, I want to say 1,200 new cases a day. So it's much better. Yes, Alex the Gamer, I'm definitely going to be doing the new Call of Duty campaign. It looks really good. It's got me excited for sure. So let me see what we got here. What else we got going on? Oh, geez. Yeah, I imagine worldwide there's a lot of craziness going on with everybody's. I mean, we just need everybody to get back to normal. Man, did you guys see the news about Bethesda getting bought out by Xbox? That's insane. Absolutely insane. And I imagine all those games are going to end up on Game Pass. Well, they definitely will end up on Game Pass. So I'm catching up on some of the stuff for the first time. That Resident Evil The Village looks freaking crazy. What's up, Ahmed? Destiny 2's got some new stuff coming out. I'd like to play that at some point. Dude, that's crazy. That's right. Starfield. Did you guys see anything about Starfield? That was a big announcement at E3, but that falls under Bethesda, so now that's going to be Xbox exclusive. That's crazy. Hi, Night Owls. How are you? So the PS5 I missed out on. I didn't get the pre-order for that. I was so busy that I didn't even try for that one. I should have, but I have a buddy who I think got a couple of the consoles, so I might be able to get one of those. I'm gonna get both eventually, the crowns. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, I should have both of them pretty close to launch. I've already got the Xbox Series X pre-ordered. I did that today. I missed out on the PS5 though. That sucks. But I will. Like I said, I think I got a buddy that has it, so we'll see. Let me see what else is going on here. What's cool is the new Xbox, I guess, is going to have the peripherals where you can carry over your previous generation's console or peripherals. So like my SCUF controllers will work with the new Xbox. That's pretty cool. I should bring my daughter to play with. She plays some games. She likes to play Battleship. she likes to take me on in Battleship, and she beats me too. She's pretty dang good. My favorite food? I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of different things. I like barbecue. I like wings. I like pizza. I'm Italian. I love pasta. Yeah, she plays. She also plays. There's a game called Hidden Folks or something like that, where it's kind of like a Where's Waldo, but she loves finding all the little characters on the Xbox. It's a pretty fun game. She enjoys it. All right, let's check this out. Let's see. All right, so I think someone said there's 5 episodes, right, on this Batman? Bagos, the plan is that I get both the Xbox Series X and PS5. I have for sure 100% the new Xbox pre-ordered. The Last of Us 2, I think that in total took, I want to say 30 hours. I'm estimating. I think The Last of Us 2 took 30 hours. I want to say 30 hours, yeah. I didn't do a lot of the, there was way more exploration I probably could have done. I try to do a lot of it, but I save it for when I can go back and I'm not recording. The less footage I can have when I'm editing, it's usually the best. Hey, Cowraiser. All right, let's see here. Let me just get set up here for a second. I got my nice Astros. I don't know if you guys ever seen this. I posted this on social media. That's kind of cool. My Astro plates, and then I got them on here too. That's kind of cool, right? Hey, Sal. Yeah, Doom Eternal. I actually played that at E3. It's freaking phenomenal. I would love to play that. I just haven't had time. I get sidetracked with all these other projects that I get so ambitious, and then, you know, I'm only one guy, so I can only play what I can play, you know, that I have here. I don't have Doom Eternal yet, which is sad because that game's phenomenal. My next so the plan is that I want to do every Tuesday. If I can keep the streaming up for every Tuesday and you guys are still enjoying it, you know, if no one's going to show up, I don't want to keep doing it because then it keeps me from recording. But if you guys keep coming and you guys want to chat and you guys enjoy this kind of thing, I have no problem doing this at least every Tuesday. If it gets a good reception, I can do more days. I liked it. The first stream was cool. You know, I went back and watched it. It's so funny, like when you watch yourself, like how you can critique yourself, and you know, you get really hard on yourself. And I feel there's so many cringe moments in that first stream, but I'm glad. I mean, it was still fun. I enjoyed it a ton. Hi, Frammy. Try to get this set up here. I do remember you, James. How are you doing, bud? I have got to get my cable here for my headset. Teaching? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I can actually teach you guys, but hey, if someone enjoys it enough and they're learning from the stuff, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll do more streams. I mean, as long as, like I said, as long as you guys are liking it, I don't mind. It's fun to me. I enjoy just chit-chatting with people. I like getting to know y'all and hanging out. Oh, your birthday was a couple days ago, Jamari? Happy birthday, bud. Happy 16. Hope you had a good one. Did you do anything fun? Slenderman, how you doing? I'm going to play in just a little bit, just chit-chatting here. Just didn't want to jump right into it. Yeah, I mean, hey, Zach. I mean, the people come and go. I think the last one only peaked at 50, the first stream. It's no big deal. Hey, Ellen. I'm good, bud. Hanging in there. Yeah, I'm safe. We're safe. We try to be as safe as we possibly can. Gotta be smart. Gotta be smart about what you do. Oh, Sal, I'm glad you like the gaming, man. I mean, that's cool. Oh, Applebee's good, man. I like it. We can't go wrong with Applebee's. Let me make sure this is all working right. Make sure I can hear this before we start playing. I still want to be able to... Hey, James. Yeah, James, the Call of Duty, they're coming. As soon as a new one drops, we'll have the video for it. Yeah, I know the Slender Man. That's funny. All right, let's jump over to the PS4. And hopefully you guys can see it if I didn't jack this up. All right, Ahmed. Thanks for dropping in, man. Hey, Vladimir. Yeah, they're coming. Call of Duty videos ain't going anywhere. The good thing is you guys will always be able to watch them. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is freaking awesome, man. That's a great game. I definitely have to figure out how I'm gonna incorporate that, especially with the new one coming. To PS5, I definitely want to do that. Now, is this too loud for you guys? I'm gonna dial this down a little bit. Actually, let's see if there's settings here. Is that alright? Should I just do no music? Or you kind of need the music with this game? Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't really play that. I watch it. I think it's funny to see people's reactions, but I don't really play Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, it's a funny game. It's a one-hit wonder in my opinion. Hey, Realizer, I sure do, man. You were at the last stream. Thanks for being there. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Well, I'm definitely gonna do that one. 100%. 100%. All right. We want to play Classic Edition, I'm assuming. Does anyone know? I'm assuming that that's the case, right? What's the Shadows Edition? Does anyone know? Huh. Appreciate you guys. I mean, the way you guys support Game Addicts, it's unreal to me. So freaking awesome. Yeah, I want to do the Outlast game. I actually own them, Zach. You know, I definitely want to do them. So it's not like I'm trying to avoid it. I just keep getting... I mean, the whole popularity behind Outlast is kind of gone now. So I didn't feel the urgency to jump on it. Next streaming? No, I'm not going to have it next stream. Call of Duty is not coming out till November. Yeah, so hi A, is that right? A Welt. So yes, the plan is I've got plans in the work for some survival horror games that'll be coming to the channel. Pretty big announcement coming. I'm just waiting to get the first set of gameplay files, and I can announce it. But it is around the Resident Evil franchise and some Evil Within. So there's that stuff's coming. Happy birthday, Adam. Hope you had a good one today. Toku, you want the music? I can do that, but I'll probably get hit with copyright. Alright, I'm gonna do classic here. Alright, so I may not pay attention to chat too much because sometimes... Hey Jax, thanks man. So this game, I know I'm imagining the answers are timed, so I've got to make decisions quick, but I'll try and keep up here as best I can. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, I wonder what crowd play is. Has anyone seen anyone do crowd play? I wonder if that's kind of cool. I totally missed that. I was supposed to read that, wasn't I? Yeah, America's crazy right now with COVID. Yeah, I play some PC games. I enjoy them. Sorry if this makes a lot of noise. I'm just trying to move it so it gets out of my way. Can you guys hear me okay?
Hey, what are you?
Oh, shit. They didn't waste any time, huh?
Get it open. On it. Hey, you think he's gonna show? We'll bring the whole goddamn place down. Stay focused. We'll be out of here before anyone can stop us.
Oh, Christ.
Move in!
Awesome, thanks, Andrew.
The hell?
Back! Get back!
Gordon. They're on the 52nd floor. I'm going in.
Hey! Wait!
Oh,
Wait
the
for
Batman.
backup!
Don't need it.
Take the stairs.
I heard stories, you know. Sent 3 home in an ambulance. The rest in body bags.
No wonder the cops want him dead.
Hey, you ever seen him?
Yeah, Gotham Zoo. With all the other flying animals.
Hey, Harvey Dent, that's Two-Face, ain't he? Oh, shit. Huh? Oh, shit. Get worried, boy. It's been a while since I played this. Kick his ass, Batman. Alright, Seal. Later, bud. Thanks for coming by.
Bruce, you can't keep doing this.
Thanks, Scissor.
I have to.
Appreciate it.
No one else will.
Every drop of blood,
Yeah, some
everything you've
counts-
sacrificed.
It's probably because I keep my content
city is
pretty
safer
specific
now.
to just game movies. I
has
really
made
don't
you a
branch out.
target. And
So I
people will
keep it-
keep you in the crosshairs until you're shot out of the sky.
I can handle it.
Shit! The hell'd he go? Whatever got in, don't let it get out. What was that? Back to back, circle up!
So crazy when you play Xbox or PlayStation for a while, and you jump to PlayStation to Xbox. Jump the buttons up. Thanks, game. Yeah, I wish, Ray John. That's freaking awesome.
I know you're trying to create a myth,
That is freaking awesome.
but be careful you don't turn into a monster.
Sometimes you need a monster.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Didn't your mother teach you to knock?
Catwoman.
Behind you, big boy. Heyday.
So weird.
If you want to be intimidating, you're succeeding. Criminals
What's
are
up,
becoming
Rock?
afraid of you, so are the police.
It's a scare tactic, Al. Just a performance.
Without a scratch.
So far,
How you doing, Howla?
That doesn't belong to you.
I was wondering if we'd cross paths.
You broke the law. Here I am.
Oh,
Cut the
sounds
shit.
weird.
The law. Don't tell me that's why you do all this. Squeeze into a suit, tie on a cape. Most people dressed up like that end up in Arkham.
Gotham needs a hero. Someone to hunt down people like you.
So that makes me, what, a villain? Sounds fun. Gotta admit it, though. You give a good chase. One day you might actually catch me.
Tonight.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Then let's put you in a cage.
Bring it, Bat.
Damn, there's a lot of combos.
It's over.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Two of them now? Jesus! I got it!
Wait, wait, wait! Do not shoot!
Why go to all that trouble for this?
Shit!
A myth can't be killed. You, however, are flesh and blood.
God damn it! I said don't shoot!
No! Wait!
Guess I was wrong about you catching me.
Games. I did 1 and 2.
Not sure if it was for my sake or yours.
Don't struggle or you'll fall.
Oh, but that's what you crave. The struggle. I know men like you. Bye, Bat.
Hey, Kevin. Yeah, it's me.
Step out of the shadows and be Bruce Wayne tonight.
Oh, that's a much harder fight.
Don't let tombstones be your family legacy.
Well then. Time to save the city.
Oh, that looks super pixelated, don't it? On my screen it did. It's a pretty wild start to a freaking game. There was a lot of freaking combos too. Holy cow. Especially when you're not used to streaming and you're trying to
Thank
catch
you,
up with
everyone.
people.
A humble district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed under Mayor Hill's authority. But I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. And together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city.
I'm talking to the people in the chat who are leaving comments. Hey, John.
If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would... Well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Well, I tee him up and he knocks him down. That's how Mr. Wayne and I do business. Thank you again, everyone, for your unwavering support.
I don't know. Bygones, I mean...
Together, we will change Gotham.
Episode.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Now, I know this is the biggest mansion in Gotham, but I don't think you got lost on your way here. Where were you? I know you prefer the brooding billionaire angle, so the sooner we make nice with the donors, the sooner everyone will leave you alone.
Just working the night shift.
Yeah, well then you're pulling a double. No one came here tonight to see me.
Some champagne.
They want to see the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
This shouldn't be painful. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, support Harvey Dent. We're the grease, they're the wheels. And they're rolling in enough cash and votes to help make Gotham a place for families again.
I'll do anything for Gotham. It's my home.
It's our home. This'll help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those. It always makes me sound like a used car salesman. Which, for the record, I have not been since before law school.
All right. How about, a new face for Gotham?
Look at you. It's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, Come on.
Pretty cool story so far. The beginning was awesome.
Pause.
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to
Bob and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband
Voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family. If you believe in Dent, we believe in you. After all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
And we trust someone like you to lead this city to greatness.
Well, I'm flattered, truly, but this night is about getting Harvey Dent elected so he can fix those potholes.
I think I speak for half the room when I say politicians are puppets.
Oh, come on now, Bob. I'm not a politician. I'm a crusader. No strings attached.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know, like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
No, it's true. The Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
This city's luster faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall, that Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
What's up, Cam?
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality to think so. That's how you get creeps like this Batman.
Well, I have to say I side with your wife on this, Mr. Zellerbach. Even a spark of hope can light the darkness.
Oh, an idealist with a bank account. He'll be broke before Election Day.
And I know Bruce would gladly spend every penny he has to fix this city. I don't doubt that for a moment. Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. And with Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum with a state-of-the-art mental health facility to help Gotham's most at-risk individuals. It will be dedicated to Thomas and Martha Wayne, in the hopes that their fate will never be repeated.
After all your parents did for this city, to be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway, it was terrible. Truly terrible.
A tragedy like that at such a young age.
What volume are you talking about?
Must have been
the mic
crippling.
or my game?
If only that deranged man had gotten the right treatment, maybe... well, I don't like to think about maybes. And I'm sure you don't either.
Well, Harvey is the one who's been behind the project since day one. A vote for him is a vote for the memory of my parents.
Yeah, Youngblood looks like a good one.
You'll have it.
Thank you. Thank you both.
I'll see what I can do about Youngblood. I'd like to play it. Hey, Rivaldo.
Not saying I doubted you, but that went better than expected.
It is a night of ringing endorsements.
Well,
my
hello.
mic, well, it's probably because I'm standing a further back from it.
Harvey
I didn't
Dent,
want to be on top
Gotham's
of it.
next
Can you hear me
mayor.
okay now?
I'm eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale. No reporters allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Well, you can ask me whatever you want at the press conference tomorrow.
Actually, I'm here for Mr. Wayne.
No, it's all right. You can stay.
Thanks.
Bruce?
This is quite the social event, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, come on now. It's so formal. Call me Bruce.
Well, Bruce, you've been going around pleasing everyone tonight. But how are you doing? You should enjoy your own party before all the champagne runs out.
Everyone loves the host. You're king for a day.
Just a day? I would have guessed Bruce Wayne has that feeling year-round.
Yeah, well, I take nights and weekends off.
Mr. Wayne, you've got something on your collar. Is that blood? Yeah. It looks like...
Oh, this? No, it's nothing. It just, cut myself shaving.
What, your butler didn't help you this time? Hey, kidding.
Do excuse me, Master Bruce, but another guest has arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vale.
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall. This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham, for all of us. Look, at least hear him out before you kick him out. Falcone requested to speak with you directly.
Jesus, Harvey, inviting a known criminal to your fundraiser doesn't exactly look good for your squeaky clean image.
Let me worry about that.
Can
A word of warning, Bruce. Play nice.
You know, I've been in the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it. Though the decor offends my eyes. Oh, man, all flash, no class.
Let's talk privately, shall we?
Hey, I like this guy. Ready to do business before we even introduce ourselves. But we'll get to that. Carmine Falcone, thank you for welcoming me into your home.
Oh, shit's about that.
You're a respectable man, I hear.
Bruce Wayne.
I don't want to shake
I
his
know
hand,
who
but I
you
have
are.
to.
The guy who's gonna sell me his house.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more comfortable in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
You should know, Mr. Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple what Mayor Hill had...
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few minutes. Have a drink, have a talk.
We talk alone. Just you and me. Sorry, Harvey.
Yeah, I'll get a drink or something. Christ.
Yeah, well, that's just like Harvey, huh? Wants to make sure the rules are followed. But in my experience, there's the law, and there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will.
Unlike most people I've met, Harvey actually has integrity. He's trying to make Gotham a better place.
So am I. So are you. Hey, we all carry this city on our broken backs. Might lighten the load if we do so together. I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne. Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is. So, let's talk relationship. Chalk this for me. Be a pal. I can get Harvey the mayor's seat, or I can pull it out from under him. Whatever happened to being a gracious host?
I'll fuck you up, Falcone.
Okay, imagine.
Better
This
watch yourself,
is me.
homeboy.
And these are all my friends in Gotham.
No problem,
The
Togo.
businesses, restaurants, clubs,
No
docks,
problem.
unions, politicians. If Harvey gets elected, That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home, hoping to make a new friend. One who can help Mr. Dent see the light, if need be. Between your businesses and mine, I bet we employ half the city.
Look, I'm only talking to you because Harvey asked, trusting a friend to know what's best for Gotham.
Now that's a predicament. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere inside that tuxedo you understand this situation. Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
Whatever you say.
You're a good kid. You look like him, you know? It's nice that we understand each other.
Master Bruce, your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Hey, I appreciate the hospitality, Mr. Wayne. But I don't think I'll put an offer on the house. A nice guy like you should have a nice place to live. I'll be seeing you, Bruce, while this city's still standing.
I mean, the game is similar, Dan, to that type of game. The choices are geared towards the Batman world, though. King Stunts, thanks for the new subscription. I feel like I've been playing for a while now. I can't believe this is just starting. It's nuts.
It's me.
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with breaking and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember,
oh, those are the tickets to the parents when they're at the theater.
And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Antonio, thanks for subscribing.
Not all of them.
Appreciate
See
it.
what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics. Does Hill's campaign really think these accusations hold any water with the voters? Or will it be perceived as
so this is just Codex.
a flailing campaign to take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians?
As a philanthropist, they work tirelessly to help the less fortunate, setting up numerous charities and expanding their vast resources to improve this city and its citizens. Murdered in the attempted robbery by a man known as Joe Chill.
Owned by Ace Chemical. Still no word on what started the fire, but whatever's burning in there has resisted everything the fire department has thrown at it. They're recommending people avoid the area and seek immediate treatment if you happen to breathe in any of that tar black smoke.
You guys don't want me to go through all these codex, do you?
Quite a headache for commuters this morning. The body of Falcone family capo Louis Pistachio Garmone was found hanging off the side of the 4th Street Bridge sometime just before dawn, causing traffic to back up for miles as the cops cut him down.
Oh no shit, that's the Penguin.
Random stabbings are the latest headache for the riders of Gotham's overcrowded Skyrail cars to contend with. Gotham police are investigating multiple cases.
I wonder if they're going to bring all the villains in.
Wounds from an ice pick or other pointed weapon.
I mean, some of you guys already know that.
Tight quarters with fellow passengers. A few have died, while most have been admitted to Gotham General in critical condition. The police don't have any suspects at the time. 2 more patients have gone missing from Arkham Asylum, bringing the total number of escapees from the half-prison, half-mental hospital to 15 this year. Only 3 have been caught to date, but all the escapees highlight the rough, some would say inhumane conditions at the aging asylum. The latest, 44-year-old twin brother and sister Leon and Valerie Muldoon, should be considered dangerous if found. Authorities are asking that you do not approach and call police immediately. Mayor Hill's Gotham Beautiful Act takes effect today, making it possible for landlords to evict tenants immediately and without cause. The new law was
so this is basically just the news feed.
City's biggest property owners greater ability to modify and improve the city's aging buildings, some of which have been occupied by families for decades. So if you come home from work tonight and find all your stuff on the street, don't worry. It probably isn't.
So this is basically the exploration area.
And if you can believe it, now you can't even trust the valets. More on this after the break.
Mayor Hill says he's tough on crime, but since his election, violence in Gotham
is super touchy too, man. This thing here is like super touchy. Like I noticed when they asked me to keep it on target, it just felt way more sensitive than even the PC.
You fell off a building for this?
When all the Walking Dead I played on the PC, so this feels really different.
Gotham's most notorious mafia families are true. We don't need another gangster running the city. We need a crime-fighting hero. With over 200 successful convictions, District Attorney Harvey Dent just might be the hero Gotham needs. But he can't save our city alone. He needs your help. He believes that together we can make a dent in Gotham's crime. But it starts...
Spare grapple. Can't believe I let her take that.
And elect a real crime fighter to Gotham's mayoral seat.
Well, the test run at the mayor's office was a success. I should see if I can refine the edge. Could be sharper.
Those things are badass.
Can deliver a jolt or knock out electricity in the area. I suppose that Catwoman would have preferred the latter. The newest edition. You can program it to reveal trace elements in a confined space.
Processing center owned by Ace Chemical. Still no word on what started the fire, but whatever's burning.
Take the Batmobile for a spin. That'd be pretty freaking sick. Alright, so that's about it. Oh, that's cool. Let's look at that suit.
And one mobster's murder caused quite a headache for commuters.
See how touchy that is? Super touchy.
The suit absorbed most of the damage from that gunshot. And I've got to protect my back, even from the police.
Sometime just before dawn, causing traffic to back up for miles as the cops cut him down.
Holographic lenses, voice modulation. Wayne Enterprises really outdid themselves with this version.
Yeah, so that voice modulation just sounds so weird when you hear Batman. It just doesn't sound like a natural Batman. What's up, D-Money?
Let's find out what was so important.
So basically, Catwoman tried to steal this in the beginning, and he's trying to figure out what she wanted with it. And he's been helping Harvey Dent with his campaign.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a
Batcave.
library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theater.
Yeah, the new Batman. I didn't know that new kid was going to look pretty good, but
in a dark, damp
he actually
cave,
didn't look too bad as Batman.
in front of a computer.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house. You know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle. This is a map of the east side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime...
Yeah, Marco, this is my first time playing it.
I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mr.
I think it's actually free on PlayStation.
But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone.
And at one point, Xbox.
I would have been tempted to be far less polite.
Yes, Jax,
I'd recommend
definitely.
leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
I had everything under control.
That's true. I've seen you take down worse thugs.
Definitely.
But I'd already sewn you up
when it
once
comes out.
tonight, and I had no interest in a repeat performance. For the record, your father despised men like
Thanks for
Falcone,
coming and
thought
supporting
they
the
ruined Gotham's
stream.
stellar reputation.
I mainly do game movies. I have a channel that I create videos,
Bruce.
and most of these
Though
people,
people like this
enjoy those.
Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. No, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
I stay out of sight when I need to.
Define need to.
Whenever Harvey calls. That guy's exhausting.
Well, after the press conference tomorrow, I'll mark your calendar as exhausted then. The media isn't good for anyone's health. I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
But I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night. Though I'm not partial to height.
Imagine Alfred running around in a Batman suit.
Old men worry, that's
Crazy
all.
ass.
It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
Well, Marco, I appreciate that you are subscribed. Thank you.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed.
You guys are
two
crazy.
were thick as thieves.
Thank you.
Oswald, however, took that
It's
role
only
more
a
literally than
freaking
you.
picking the answers.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior
Cyberpunk's
following his
freaking
family's
looks
collapse
amazing,
is
doesn't it? I saw that at E3. Went to
Why
a
he's
special
returning now,
presentation for it. It was sick.
Haven't the faintest idea.
You think he's looking for a handout?
He would have come to the right person.
No, because I'm...
Yeah, I'll
you're
definitely do
generous.
Cyberpunk. I mean, it's going to be a huge
little
game.
Too much sometimes.
It's going to stall some of the content that I end up releasing,
but your
but
well-being. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
There he was.
If there's anything over here.
Great. There's the statue, but no Oz. Hey.
Beat it.
I see the friendly people hang out in the park.
Well, it isn't what it used to be.
Walked away from a homeless person? Yeah, I mean...
Watch, wallet, cash. But this goes through you.
And that's why right there.
Hey, you heard it, man. The hell are you waiting for?
You're making a mistake.
You already made one coming here. The next one kills you. And him.
Gentlemen!
Oz.
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come here. Think that'll do?
I hit it, but it sounded like I missed it. That was weird.
This used to be a nice place. Lowlifes like you don't belong.
Ooh.
This is my park! Mine! You hear that?
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, Bruce. You've got a little, There. Good as new. Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh?
Hey, I could have handled that myself.
You mean a knife handle in the back? Because that's what would have happened, mate. No offense.
Yeah, right.
It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit. Oh, Mum and Dad, they put so much work in here.
It's a shame what happened. It was beautiful once.
And now, it's...
Thanks, Slender. Appreciate the support.
Last thing my parents ever built. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune, there's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did.
James, thanks for
Hobnobbing
subscribing.
parties,
Appreciate it.
round the world vacations, unlimited potential. Now all I got is this park.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself. Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. I never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cash and corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And... it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned. Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, though. A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. And I'm here to let it in. Which brings me to you.
Yeah, me too. I realized I didn't want to, but I thought I had to.
In any direction, you break a window that
We'll
Wayne
see. It's no big deal. It's only a game.
As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list.
I'll probably make a different decision when I do the game movie.
We're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down. Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
That remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
The handshake felt wrong.
Good seeing you, Bruce, but I got some rocks to collect. Cheers.
I mean, those Slender, those games got to be released yet. So as soon as they're released, I'll play them. It's a sick-ass car.
Mr. Wayne, over here, right here.
This way.
Bruce!
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Mr. Dent.
Hey, Bruce, you mind if we swap cars? I mean, mine isn't fast and the paint's rusting off, but boy, does she have charm. We didn't bring you all out here to discuss cars, honestly. Now, we're here about Arkham Asylum. Ever since it opened its doors, Arkham has been a breeding ground for the criminally insane. Its methods for rehabilitation, crude. Its security, lacking. And worse still, those who do get out, or God forbid escape, are even more dangerous than before they went in. Arkham Asylum is a cancer on Gotham. But today, with a sizable contribution from this man here, we break ground on a state-of-the-art mental health care facility.
That's
one that
awesome,
will improve
James.
the
Thanks for the
well-being of
support, bud.
Gotham and its citizens.
Appreciate you
for years
subscribing,
to
too.
come. And Mr. Wayne has a few words he'd like to say. Bruce?
I'm here today because I want to heal Gotham. To stop the culture of crime that's running our streets. You know, when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to see a movie about a hero in a mask. He was a hero who stood up to oppression and defended the people from injustice, no matter the cost. That night, my parents paid the ultimate cost defending me from a man who needed the kind of help this new facility will provide. With this facility and our next mayor, we create a new face for Gotham.
Today, on the anniversary of that fateful night, we dedicate this facility to Thomas and Martha Wayne and usher in a new era of healing for Gotham.
I'm, sure you all have plenty of questions about the new hospital, so let's open it up.
Here come the Falcone
You first,
questions.
Miss Vale.
Thank you. With the opening of this new hospital, what does this mean for Arkham Asylum? What happens to the old building?
I think Arkham has only done harm to Gotham. It's made criminals more unstable, put our citizens in jeopardy. We can do better. All right, who's up next? You there.
Mr. Wayne, Julia Remark of the Tribune. My sources say you welcomed alleged mob boss Carmine
Here we
Falcone
go.
into your home. You even shook his hand.
Easy, woman.
I don't make friends with gangsters. He was an unwelcome guest. That's all. Next question, please.
Please keep your questions on topic, people. We're here about the hospital, remember?
But Mr. Wayne, this morning the Globe received evidence of an offshore bank account managed by Carmine Falcone and your father, Thomas Wayne.
What exactly are you implying?
Transactions connected to organized crime going back years and continuing to this day. The paper trail ties your family directly to the mob. Care to comment?
Shit.
And did anyone else receive this evidence?
The Globe, the Gazette, we all did. Mr. Wayne, is all your money dirty?
Is the Wayne family legacy built on lies?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
How long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Could the allegations be true?
What aren't you telling us?
Does the mob sign Wayne Enterprises paychecks?
I think you should check your source. Sounds to me like an intern is finally putting their creative writing minor to good use.
Mr. Wayne!
Not a good
How
response.
long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Could the allegations be true?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
What aren't you telling us?
I'm sorry about this, Bruce. I don't know where the hell it's coming from. Damage control's my territory. We'll talk later. Everyone, please, settle down. I'll be fielding your questions from here on out. Please, let's try to keep this civilized.
I should have walked away.
Bruce, I've been trying to reach you. The police are inside the manor.
Pretty decent game. These Telltale games are fun. Can't believe what happened to them though, unfortunately.
Hey, careful! Put it back.
I'm afraid we can't, Mr. Wayne.
Says who?
This warrant. It's not personal. I had the boys turn the lights off, keep a low profile.
There's gotta be a mistake.
That's what we're here to find out. Maybe we made a mistake. Maybe you did.
Alfred, keep an eye on them. Make sure they only take what they have to.
Of course, sir.
Commissioner Gordon breaking his balls?
I meant what I said about not personal. We only want files related to Wayne Enterprises. The warrant covers your place, pardon me, places of residence, and any companies you own. Your holdings are extensive. Hate to be the guy doing your taxes.
And what do you expect to find?
That's for our analysts back at the precinct to figure out. I can't comment. It's a valid warrant. I gotta serve it. Mayor Hill signed off on this himself. As long as he's mayor, he calls the shots.
Well, Hill has a history of making his opposition disappear.
Rumors and allegations, Mr. Wayne, that's all. But if they become fact, I'll handcuff him myself, same as any other crook. I don't know how your neck ended up on Mayor Hill's shopping block, but here we are.
Falcone.
Hill knows if I go down, Harvey's campaign goes down too.
That'd be a real shame. Mr. Dent's the only DA I ever trusted to make a conviction stick. As mayor, I think he can finally turn things around for us. For all our sakes, I pray you've got nothing to hide.
Stay back!
Take whatever you want!
You don't have to do this.
Bruce. Bruce.
Bruce? I didn't mean to interrupt, but...
It's not a problem, really.
Ah, Bruce. First the mayor's office, now Wayne Manor. Gotham continues its streak of break-ins.
Yeah, really going for the record, huh?
Listen, Bruce. A scandal surrounding a beloved family like yours captures the public's attention. I can help you get the right kind of attention. Through my connections at the Gazette, I have all kinds of access. I can dig up whatever you need to fight this.
What's your angle?
Not all reporters just want a headline. Some of us are old-fashioned. I still want the truth. The Gazette received this supposed evidence like every other media outlet, and it's all hearsay. Flimsy sources. There isn't a shred of hard proof.
Still, allegations like this, they don't magically appear. Someone is going after my family, after me.
Obviously, the sender didn't identify themselves. We have no idea who it could be. I mean, no one's even done their due diligence on this yet. The press saw the fumble, they grabbed the ball and ran.
Carmine Falcone wants me to be in his pocket. He crashed Harvey's fundraiser and pretty much said, hop in.
Well, maybe he thinks putting a little fear in you will make you jump.
It won't.
By tonight, this scandal will be broadcast to every screen in Gotham. Everyone will be talking about it.
This isn't my first pass through the rumor mill. I know the damage it can do.
Then go on the record. Right here, right now, and stop it. You need to get out ahead of this. Your side is what matters, not wild speculation.
On the record, then.
Whenever you're ready.
The Wayne family has always been a cornerstone of Gotham. We have never had and never will have connections to organized crime.
That's exactly what the people of Gotham need to hear.
Boom. Drop the mic.
You're gonna beat this, Bruce. The Waynes always come out on top.
Goodbye, Miss Vale.
I hate to admit it, but everyone smells smoke. A fire is heading this way.
Batman has made plenty of enemies, but my family? We've done nothing but support Gotham, even in its darkest days.
All this on the anniversary of your parents'...
It's not a coincidence. Harvey's the district attorney. He should have told me this was coming.
Then find out why he didn't.
Cans, I don't think he has any living family. I'm not getting that. His family's dead. That's what's been covered.
A warrant? What the hell's going on? Wait, does this have to do with what the reporters were talking about this morning? That press conference turned into a bloodbath.
I'm in a lot of trouble, Harvey, and I need your help to get me out of it.
Yes, of course. Of course, whatever I can do. Mayor Hill authorized this?
Yeah, then the cops raid my house, taking everything related to Wayne Enterprises. Computers, hard drives, files.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You're the goddamn DA, Harvey.
I didn't know about this. I swear. Hill totally blindsided me on this one. God damn it.
You owe me an explanation.
And I will get you one. Straight from Mayor Hill's mouth. I just don't get it. Why would Hill stick his neck out over this? Just to tangle you up
I think
in
it's the
some
legacy,
frivolous investigation?
threatening the legacy of his family.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, what could he possibly hope
I think
to
it's just the
accomplish
legacy.
other than a few cheap headlines?
Do you think Falcone could be behind it?
He didn't seem too thrilled after the fundraiser. Oh, God, what a mess. Bruce, I wish I could just make this go away, but I'm not sure if I can. If I get in the way of this investigation,
Sorry, James.
Hill would be
Broken
able to
Cans. His
spin it
name's
as a
Jim
conflict
too.
of
Sorry.
interest. And that wouldn't be good for either of us. It would jeopardize the entire campaign.
You should probably distance yourself from me.
What? No, I can't do that.
Well, you may have to.
Don't say that. You...
There you are.
Hey, you?
Sorry. I got a habit of being late.
No, just
Oh,
glad you made
shit.
it.
We know who she is. Cans, you funny bastard.
You didn't tell me you were bringing a friend to dinner.
This is Selena.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Just election nonsense.
I think we've met before.
You do look familiar.
Everyone knows who Bruce Wayne is.
Do they?
Pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Kyle. It's a strong grip you've got there. Don't worry. I'm not gonna fall.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Selena's new to town. I've been showing her around Gotham, introducing her to people.
You're an excellent tour guide, Harv.
Well, if I lose the election, I guess I can drive one of those double-decker tour buses around town.
So, Miss Kyle, what brings you to Gotham?
Business.
Well, let's just hope she stays after what happened last night.
I was mugged. I'm just angry I let that masked freak get away with all my stuff.
I still can't believe I let you walk home alone. I should have called you a car.
Well, I sure hope whatever he took wasn't too valuable.
Actually, it was.
It's probably long gone by now, whatever that idiot took.
I hope not. These were important materials.
Ooh, sensitive?
Very. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to my client. And things like this happen in my line of work. People tend to overreact.
We should just be thankful you got away with a black eye.
So, what do you do for a living?
It's complicated. High risk, high reward.
It's always complicated
market,
with these
huh?
ladies.
Something like that. At least I'm not the only one who's taken a beating. That press conference? Oof.
We've got it under control.
Do you?
I'll handle it.
I think it's good. I like it.
Someone at my office has to know what's going on.
Feels weird playing on PlayStation.
Excuse me a
though.
moment. Hey, it's Harvey.
I played the whole Walking Dead on PC.
Nice to meet the real you.
Bitch, you don't know me.
In case you're getting any ideas, no one would believe you.
Right.
I don't like that
This
response.
explains a
That was
lot,
bad.
actually. How you can afford the fancy armor, the toys. Wouldn't Harvey be surprised? Not to mention, everyone in this cafe.
Sorry about the black eye.
It's not the first time a man's hit me.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna expose you. Yet. I'm curious about something, though. I do what I do for money, but you're... Bruce Wayne. What's your excuse? I have to. But you... Why take the risk?
I think you know enough already. The rest is my secret.
And here I was thinking we were starting to get somewhere. How disappointing.
Yeah, she does, Kevin.
You have something that belongs to me. I want it back. This is awkward for me. I'm used to robbing people, not the one being robbed.
Who hired you to break into the mayor's office?
My clients prefer to remain confidential. They don't know who I am. I don't know who they are.
But you know who I am.
These people I'm working for, they don't screw around. If I fail to deliver that drive, it's gonna cost a lot more than money.
Well, looks like you've made your bed.
No, we've made this bed, and I'm not gonna lie in it alone. You owe me. If they don't get what they want, there will be consequences. I don't like consequences.
I don't know her.
I don't owe you anything. As far as I'm concerned, you're on your own.
Huh. I was hoping we could work together.
Sorry. I'm a solo act.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time. My employer is expecting me to
Thanks,
drop it
Cans.
off.
You're a good friend, buddy.
Just give it back.
Appreciate it. You certainly didn't have to do that, my friend.
No, give me the drive.
You're a good man, brother.
You're just going to have to trust me.
I don't do trust. I guess I'm screwed either way. My contact, he'll be expecting a cat, not a bat.
When are you supposed to
go
meet
way
him?
back, brother.
15 minutes ago. Better hurry.
Everything okay here?
You tell me.
I have my people working on it. We're gonna straighten everything out.
I feel better already. Sorry, but I've got to run.
So soon? Aren't you gonna stay for a drink?
Yeah, Bruce. Stay for a drink?
I'd love to, but I've got another appointment and I really don't want to be late for it.
Oh, all right then. Don't forget to change into your suit.
She's dangerous. She's gonna be a pain in the ass. You can tell already. Oh, dude, James, don't worry about it, dude. I'm not expecting anything. I know Cans from way back. Don't you worry about it. Enjoy the stream, enjoy the play.
Alfred, I'm at the warehouse. No sign of Catwoman's contact. It's quiet.
The sound of an ambush. Stay on guard.
This wasn't a handoff.
What's up, Doctor?
It was a massacre.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces.
Oh, good lord. Who could have done such a thing?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Gordon, East Side
gonna be a
Dock,
setup.
Warehouse 133.
Analyzing. It's a volatile chemical. Potential psychoactive nerve agent. Vile stuff.
Be very, very careful with that. Who knows what effects it may have.
Have the computer catalog the compound for further analysis.
As you wish.
Nothing left to bury.
Looks like a suicide bomber. Chemical suicide bomber.
Whatever exploded did so with enough force to obliterate the person standing next to it. But the chemicals themselves were inert, non-explosive.
Well, it appears to have made a pretty big boom.
I'll see what I can piece back together.
Oh, this is cool. You get to play kind of a detective. That's kind of wild.
Same mercs that broke into City Hall.
So I'll make sure there's nothing else over here first before we continue on. Well, this dude got flown.
It's a cop. The force grows thinner every day. Canisters were stored here. Canisters of what?
Think there's anything else over here.
White Rose. Falcone's calling card.
He's been busy as of late.
Send the drones hunting. I want to know his every move.
Good thinking, sir. That bad?
Face slashed, throat torn open.
So, not natural causes then?
No, it's not natural causes, Alfred.
Skyline Club. This man's been badly burned, but the damage seems to originate from inside his skull.
What?
What did this? Sensors say it's an incendiary round. Phosphorus residue. This could have superheated the contents of the canister,
Causing the aforementioned boom.
Blood, broken nails, bits of human flesh.
Pardon me 1 second. Alright. And soil of blood, bits of torn flesh. So, this has to be linked to his hands.
A cop shredded this merc to pieces, barehanded.
God, what would cause someone to do that?
The nerve agent could make them psychotic.
So, where'd that gunshot come from? I mean, does that link back to the cop? With the nerve agent? No way, does it? No, that can't, because it's... No, that can't be right. Is there no gun? Or any kind of assault rifle or anything? Alright, so that doesn't, I can't go anywhere else, so everything is here that... Alright, let's go check that door out.
The canister exploded, sending shrapnel right through the container door.
For once, I'm glad you arrived after the heist. Your armor wouldn't have protected you against that.
Looks like a bullet started this.
A normal bullet couldn't have caused that explosion.
Doesn't appear normal.
Incendiary.
The point of entry's melted.
Get a job? What is that supposed to mean, Brownie? Could that be with the incendiary round? Do you think the connection's there?
Find
You
a
have
connection.
no life. Alright, dude. You're a winner. I have
The
a
bullet
job,
that killed the
moron.
cop is the same type that blew up the canister.
I'm sure they didn't find that
Control.
at the local gun store.
Do I have
It
to
appears
spell it out? What a
military.
fucking loser. No, this isn't my job. I have a full-time job. There's just douchebags that join the chat. I want to know where the link for this goes. Yeah, that's exactly right, Gantz. He's the internet tough guy. It's alright, man. If that's what makes him happy at the end of the day, then so be it. Alright, maybe we can get upstairs. Nope, still can't get upstairs. So what's the object here? Do I need to link this as well? With... Or is that going to make me link it to this somehow? Because this is the only thing that's available to link to. Oh. This is being played on the PS4. Mike muscles, yeah. Yeah, dude, these guys are jokes. Yeah, this is a PS4. Alright, so where am I doing here? What am I doing? I am sidetracked here. I missed the details here. Alright, so we had the incendiary bullet. And we gotta make a connection to this. It's Gotta be something we're missing here. I don't understand. You guys got any ideas? Oh, this was free on PlayStation, on Xbox. Yeah, I have the money for a PS5, but I just didn't get the pre-order. Yeah, I tried to do that, Cans. For some reason, it's, thanks, Willie. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Hold on.
Something was here when the explosion occurred.
I missed tire tracks. So this is gonna have to link to...
Someone drove off after the explosion.
Have you put it together?
Yes. Falcone leaving his rose here. This is a message. Dead cops, stolen chemicals. He's making a big move. One of his snipers hit a canister with an incendiary bullet, causing it to superheat and explode. This may have been a distraction or a way of destroying evidence. Cops moved in to stop the theft. Falcone's men gunned him down. Then things turned grim. Possibly due to the psychoactive nerve agent. A cop ripped up a merc's face with his bare hands. And was put down. Same sniper, same type of bullet. Looks like Falcone's men got what they wanted and escaped.
Have you located the shooter?
No, but based on two impact trajectories, the canister and the dead cop, the shooter could only have a clear shot from there, or there, and would have contaminated himself with the phosphorus residue. Program the skimmers to pick up that signature.
Right away, sir.
Both targets could have been shot from here, but no phosphorus trace.
I don't sweat it, Doctor. Just here, streaming to hang out with y'all.
Phosphorus spike.
Ireland's, I've never played it before.
Clear vantage point.
I don't need the help yet.
We have a winner.
I just went to the first option that was available.
Killing time. This is the right spot. So where did he go? Trace stops here.
Then he should be nearby.
Found him.
Time to go to work. Don't make me add your corpse to this graveyard. Falcone, why did he do this?
I ain't telling you nothing! You can't make me talk! I ain't telling you, Jack!
You trying to scare a confession out of me? I won't break.
Your bones will.
It's true what they said about you. You're a freaking animal.
Time to live up to my reputation. You know you can bleed to death without ever spilling a drop. All on the inside. Tell me the plan, or I start swinging. Tell me!
The Catwoman was supposed to hand over a drive. Had the container number we needed, but she flaked. So we had to find it ourselves. Container by container. Someone must have heard us. Called the cops. We were told no witnesses.
Why risk open war with the GCPD?
Some kind of chemicals. Falcone wanted them.
What are the chemicals for?
We were paid to steal them, not ask questions.
That dude folded quick.
I start here and keep breaking until you answer.
The chemicals! Some kind of explosive! A weapon! I don't know! Falcone said he'd use them soon!
Used where?
That's all I know! I swear! I swear!
You'll never hold a gun steady again.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. These are cops. Get an ambulance in here!
I think I need to call the coroner instead. It's Montoya. Send
I
the
talked to
unit
Gordon
the docks.
already.
Warehouse 133.
I gotta talk to Gordon.
Now put up your hands! Don't move!
Batman, what did you do to him?
I called it in.
Don't move!
He confessed to everything.
It's how you got it I'm worried about.
You have the right to remain silent.
Gordon?
I said silent! If you say another word, I will shoot you. I don't care if half the city thinks you're a hero. Right now, you're a suspect.
Put down the gun, Detective. I'm on your side.
Oh yeah? It doesn't look like it.
It will when you hear what I have to say. Falcone stole a shipment of chemicals. Appears to be a weaponized nerve agent. Causes people to go berserk, turn violent. We need to act before he releases it.
I got a task force on it.
You already have
Alright,
one.
Andrew, thanks for joining, bud.
You're taking this too far, Bruce.
I know, right? That's funny.
You assume the persona of a bat, but you're not an animal. You nearly killed a man tonight. Your parents didn't raise you this way.
I didn't
Neither
almost
did
kill him.
I.
He's still alive, isn't he?
And in the hospital. Next time, it might be the morgue. Especially now, during this preposterous attack on your family. You must show the world the true nature of a Wayne.
Giving everything to the city and then being murdered
Can
for
I
it?
vlog?
My thoughts
Yeah.
exactly. Every time you leave
I
this
don't think
cave.
I have that interesting of a life.
You're a good man, Bruce. Good. Just like your parents. Don't lose that. I don't mean to be a doddering old fool on the subject, but as a friend, the burden of advice falls on me.
Trust me, I won't lose my way.
It's quite understandable to stray from the path now and again, so long as you can find your way back. You bury the person, Bruce, but you never bury the memory.
Sometimes I wish I could. That night, that alleyway, it made me who I am. I can't get it out of my head.
That is your gift And your curse. Being Batman can allow you to turn back the tide of treachery that's reached this city's shores, or drown you in its sorrow. When you doubt your fate, remember why you started all this. Remember that boy in the alley.
I won't forget.
Neither will I. Well, back into the fray again.
I saw that they were winning. I didn't see what the final score was because I jumped on here.
Well, looks like that egg finally cracked.
I'd like to see if we can catch the rays.
Inside, Mayor Hill was hiding more than I could have imagined. This is a complete manifest of Carmine Falcone's criminal organization.
What in the world was Hill doing with all this?
It's a pretty decent game. I'm definitely going to do a game movie on it.
Illegal arms dealing, drug running, mob hits, money laundering. Falcone's been involved in everything. And it goes back years.
Do you see Dad's name on any of these documents?
I'll run a search, but so far I don't.
I know, that sucks, dude. It's like right in your neighborhood. You can't even go to a game.
With this proof, we can finally knock out Falcone's organization.
Where would we possibly begin to dismantle it?
This is a police matter.
There's only one cop we can trust to handle this evidence correctly.
Lieutenant Gordon. He could mobilize the entire police force against Falcone.
What about that reporter from the Gazette?
Vicky.
Yes, Miss Vale. She could release this evidence through proper channels. I suppose it comes down to who you want to help most. Or who you think could do the most good.
Oh, man. What do you guys want to do? I'm thinking Gordon. But right now, Gordon's like being a dick. I think we might have to go with Vicky, no? She seems like she's straight. Hey, I like the game. It's fun. I'm definitely gonna do a game movie on it, probably. Be interested to see if you guys want me to carry it through to the full season. You think so, Cans? You think she's bad news? No, I'm not finishing. I'm gonna finish up right after this episode 1's done. I'm probably gonna bounce off. Unlike the dude that came in here trying to tell me to get a job, I have to work tomorrow. I have a real job, unlike him, probably. Yeah, dude, I'm not trusting Gordon right now. He's a dick. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vicky too. I agree with that.
Vicky showed faith in me. She cares about the truth. She'll get the story out the way it needs to be told.
A wise decision, sir. We'll attack Falcone on 2 fronts tonight. Vicky through the media, and Batman...
by any means necessary. Whatever Falcone is planning.
She's a reporter, yeah, but the cops are being weird, dude, right now.
Spider, Bruce. Eyes everywhere.
They act like they
a
don't
dense
even...
web of goons poised to trap you.
It's like they don't even work with Batman.
No one has ever managed to bring him down.
I haven't tried yet.
I don't know where this falls in the universe and the timeline and all that, but... I've always known Batman to work in collaboration with the cops. I've never seen it the way that it's being played out in this game. Hey Apex, how you doing, bud? Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
This is big.
Cans, I totally get it.
You drop a bomb like this, there's gonna be fallout.
That not even Falcone can survive.
Why give it to me then? You don't know how much I appreciate it, but you're Wayne. You could have given it to anyone.
I need an ally in the press.
After handing me something like this, I'd say you got one for life. Falcone's slippery, but this is enough to hang him out to dry. what this could do for the city. My career. I'm just wondering what the cost is gonna be.
It'll be worth it.
I don't know, Bruce. Falcone doesn't like bad press. If I run this story, I put a price on my head.
I'm fairly certain
the next time
the
my name
library got
appears
picked
in the
up.
media, God, it might be an obituary. Falcone has a way of handling reporters he doesn't like.
I'll protect you, I promise.
Chivalrous, but unnecessary. You're not Batman. I always think, crime in the city, it's a hydra. You cut off one criminal's head.
3 more appear in its place. I know.
Unless we kill the beast once and for all.
Game's good.
Who's even
I like
capable
the gameplay.
of that?
It's pretty cool.
If we don't act fast, that void will be filled by someone far worse. Wouldn't be the first time.
See.
Batman's a symbol of hope, and that is better than any army.
If Gotham can rally around him, right now he's just a monster of the week. It's a good thing you gave this to me instead of the police. Could end up buried in some evidence locker and not on every screen in Gotham where it belongs.
Public attention, that's what brings down men like Falcone. Not a bullet.
Though after my story runs, he might get that too. I'll be seeing you, Bruce.
It's done.
Good. So is our hunt. The drone's located Falcone downtown, a place called the Skyline Club. Though you're not dressed for that kind of party.
Well, I can always change in the car.
Oh, that's pretty badass. That's the frickin' Batmobile. That's frickin' sick. I wasn't expecting that. That's pretty cool. It's a long-ass episode 1. That was pretty sick.
The drone's cameras and scanning tech are fully functional.
All right. Let's find Falcone. Good point of entry.
Tell me another.
What's the difference between the Mafia and City Council?
I don't know. Aren't they the same thing?
Only one of them is organized.
Ooh, you're cute.
So, are you alone?
Not anymore, I'm not. Where's Nikki? In lockup. Again? Christ, Kimmy. What did they pinch him for now? Some hit down at the docks. Nikki? No. I didn't think he was a hatchet man. You and me both. Well, does he got an alibi? Honey, I'm always his alibi.
Nothing here.
The White Rose. Falcone's symbol.
A red rose after tonight.
That's the most heavily guarded door in the building.
Well, there he is in the window.
Falcone's hideout.
Well, it won't be as easy as ringing the doorbell.
4 armed guards. Stealth not an option. I'll put together a plan of attack. Stand by.
This is crazy. It seems way more interactive than any
Couple of options for taking this guy down.
So what is... Hold on a second here. So, man, I don't know what the best option would be here. Thanks, James. So it's this guy and then the guy outside. Warzone? I haven't actually. What's up, King's Rule? Oh, this dude's gonna get his head bashed into the pillar. I got kind of into... I was into Apex for a while.
This one might be tricky. Any ideas?
And
I've got it covered out.
just kind of got... The Battle Royale, just kind of... I needed a break from it.
Bruce, have you formulated your plan of attack?
Sure. I have no idea what's going to happen right now, but...
I'm going in.
Very good, sir.
I think I'll bust
Your
some
turn
ass.
to crash his party.
Oh, don't do the table? It is what it is, man. It's all a learning process. It's not a big deal. If I screw it up, I'll learn from it. Table worked out pretty dang good right there. No, I missed that one.
Goddamn circus freak! Show yourself! You got no goddamn right to be here! I want Gotham! The hell? Oh. How about this one? You can't sneak up on me.
EMP armed.
You think that's gonna work? I'm gonna light up this whole goddamn place! Get your goddamn hands off!
Stay down, Falcone. We can end this now.
You got a lot to learn, kid.
Oh shit.
Explosives armed. Fire when ready.
You've lost, Falcone.
I could go a few more rounds. All right.
The chemicals. Where are they?
What?
I found your calling card at the docks. The White Rose.
You think I wanted to lead you here? Yeah, something reeks about this whole thing. And it is a dead bat.
Still want to play games?
We're all being played here, including you. Those chemicals you're so riled up about, they're mine, all right?
Oh, this chick again.
But someone is trying to cut me out of the deal because I did not make that mess at the docks.
Then who did?
No, we're done. Gotham's watching now. Go ahead. Give him a show. Oh, wait. Christ almighty.
Spill it, Falcone, while you still can.
It's the Waynes. They're behind all this.
What do you mean?
You wanna save this city? Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Thanks for the assist. Now we only have to take one of you down. Open fire!
What? This is nuts. This is nuts.
Fire and smoke could reportedly be seen from street level. Tonight, the Skyline Club, a high-rise mafia hangout in downtown Gotham, was the arena for a clash between the notorious Batman and alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone, who was found dangling over a 50-story drop. Bet Falcone loved that view. Though I'd say the crime boss getting his is well overdue, Falcone has slipped through the law's grasp for years. But after this dramatic arrest and a stunning expose by Gazette reporter Vicky Vale, Falcone's going away for a long, long time. And speaking of newly uncovered criminal dealings, this brings me to the story everyone is talking about: the Wayne family. For generations, the big W on the Wayne Enterprises Tower was a reassuring sight. You knew that there was something pure at the heart of Gotham, that this city, for all its faults, was built by good people. But with Thomas and Martha's shining reputation called into question, we no longer have such assurances. And even worse, it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Gotham's greatest son, Bruce Wayne, seen here shaking hands with Carmine Falcone, may be just as crooked as his parents. In his defense, Wayne fired back saying,
"The Wayne family has always been a cornerstone of Gotham. We've never had and never will have connections to organized crime.
In a world where the Waynes, our golden family, are corrupt, who are we left with? Who can Gothamites look up to? The supposed hero Batman? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, we'll keep digging for the truth. But the prominent feeling throughout Gotham is that the Waynes' time in the sun is ending.
Dude, what the fuck is up with Batman and the cops? Damn.
The car. This entire cave.
Master Bruce?
Everything I built. I created all of this because I didn't want any more innocent people to die. If Falcone's telling the truth about my parents, then what the hell did we do this for?
Bruce,
What have you been hiding from me? Alfred!
I mean, it's crazy, Cans, to think, but the media might be the only thing telling the truth right now. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, do you stick up for Harvey in front of Falcone? Yeah, I think I made a mistake there, but I mean, is there really a mistake? I mean, you're choosing what you feel at the moment is right. It's not like it. Let's see what else. Did you provide? So, a lot of people went that same way. Hell yeah, I did. I stand by that decision too. See, I'm surprised more people didn't give it to Vicky. Cans, you were right. You said give it to. I mean, not that this means that it's right. It's just it's a decision that you need to make. I mean, I trust Vicky right now. That's where I'm at. Gordon just seems fishy, man. Carry through the entire season. Yeah, I'll probably do that. We'll see. I'll probably do that. Yeah, I mean, what would have been the other option to kill Falcone? I mean, that just doesn't fit Batman's MO. So I don't know how anyone would have picked the other. I feel good with that. I feel good with that. That was fun. I definitely am going to play this again. Probably do this next week. We'll continue on to season 2. Cans, refresh your screen because I thought I gave you moderator. I don't know why it says you are now. I don't know why you're not, but tell me if you're not. Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is you see what's going on and you know what Dent becomes. So it's like, it's crazy. It's weird to kind of take his side. Hey, Moonlight. Yeah, I mean, Far Cry 6. Yeah, I mean, when that comes out, that'll be on my radar. I'll be surprised if he's not still. I mean, it says Cans that you were, so. Yeah, Far Cry 6, man, those Far Cry games are fun. I have no problem doing those. Did you guys like that? Did you like episode 1? Thought that was fun. Definitely going to play on to episode 2. And I'm definitely going to do probably, I don't know where I'm going to fit this in with my current schedule. But I want to do a game movie of this for sure. I like the way that the Telltale games came out in the game movies. So I'll definitely do that. Yeah, no, it would normally give you a blue wrench. Cans, Cans. It says that you are on mine, but it's not showing you as one. It probably just has to catch up. There's probably just something goofy going on. Because it's still giving me the option to add you as one, and then it says you're now a moderator for the channel. So I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out. Awesome, Doctor. I appreciate you joining. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. It's always fun hanging out with you guys, chit-chatting. Thanks, Moonlight. I appreciate it. I mean, this is my first time playing it. It was my first time playing a Telltale game on the PlayStation, which is kind of weird because when you see X, you immediately want to hit somewhere else on the controller. Because even on PC, when I play it, I use an Xbox controller. But it's all good. It's all good as long as you guys don't mind some fumbling. I don't mind. Good, Jax. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cans, I really appreciate you joining, man. It means a lot to me. Hey, Gray. Oh, that's awesome, man. You just stumbled onto it this year? Nice. I'm glad you love the game movies. I'm definitely going to be doing more. Thanks, Andres. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining and hanging out at the stream. Glad you guys like this stuff. I am honestly surprised when I'm looking at it that there's as many people as there are in here. I'm surprised when one person would join. But it's always fun to hang out, hear what people think about the game movies, and just chit chat, and then get to play some games. I mean, this is fun because you get to interact, but it's really hard to play this kind of game and pay attention to the chat. I'll be completely honest with you. Haha, thanks, Gray. Yeah, big Yankee fan. Big Yankee fan. Thanks, Cans. I know you've been a huge supporter, man. Appreciate it. You know that. I'm done for right now. Yeah, I'm gonna close it up tonight. I've got to work tomorrow. I have a full-time job besides this. So I do have to do that. But I will stream again on Tuesday. I have a game movie released to members of the channel right now. Full Spectrum Warrior game movie is done. So if you're a member, you can go to the community page and click the link and watch it. I'll release it to everyone soon. And I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a good game. Old school. It's an old Xbox game. Yeah, Toku. I mean, I don't know what's to come, so I'm kind of like I see that comment's kind of like where you've probably got a lot of experience playing this game. You probably played through it a few times, so I still don't kind of know what's going to happen, but I'm definitely intrigued to see what happens. I definitely want to play the second episode, and if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would probably keep streaming. Thanks, Shamari. I really appreciate you joining the stream again. GTA 5? I don't know. I don't have any real reason to play it. I did a game movie on it already. I don't really get into the online stuff for GTA. Because usually I gotta have a bigger group to enjoy that kind of stuff. I don't have a lot of friends that play the GTA stuff. Doesn't mean that I couldn't. I just don't have any reason to play through that campaign again. Yeah, but don't you need in GTA? Don't you need a group of people to actually play it with? I mean, it's kind of I can't see that being fun just grabbing random people. Yeah, Yash. I'll be honest. I've never played GTA 5 online. Yeah, I like the interactive games. I like to be able to chat with people. I'll play some of the first person shooters down the road for sure. It's just, I like to just sit and chill and enjoy it, because then you get these trolls in here that everyone thinks like you're playing these games that become like some Hall of Fame gamer that no one's ever seen before. And that's not what it's about. I just like to come on here and chit chat with people, man. I mean, if I suck, I suck. I don't need some troll to come in and tell me I'm not a pro. I'm not trying to be. Yeah, Kansas. That was the impression that I got. And I know some people that have played. I think when it originally started, I think a lot of people were playing it. I don't know. Snackies. I haven't played any Warzone, dude. Speaking of one of my buddies, there's another one right there. That's funny, dude. You are a fucking riot. Yeah, dude. I mean, I have to install the game again. I'm gonna be honest. I freaking uninstalled it. Doctor, he's one of my buddies. I'm gonna keep that one hidden. I'm gonna keep that comment hidden. He's one of my buddies, so don't. He's one of the better gamers that I've ever played with. So he's a good dude. I live in Florida. Yes. Snackies, you've met Cans, haven't you? We've played together, haven't we? I brought you into a party with him before, I think. Yeah, Snake Eyes is one of my buddies. He can when he says nerd, I know he's just kidding. Oh, is it really? Really? Well, I mean, that's just crazy to me. Yes, James, I do. Oh, that's right. We used to play a ton of Battlefield together. Yeah, Battlefield 3. Snake Eyes. It would have been Battlefield 3 back in the day. What's up, Taggart? Yeah, dude, we played a lot of Battlefield 3. Battlefield Online, I never played that, Doctor. Are you just talking in general, like the regular Battlefield games in general, or is there something actually Battlefield Online? Hey, Jamar, play Among Us. I would love to play Among Us. I've seen people playing it. Again, I think that's one of those games that you need a larger group, is it not? I mean, that seems kind of like with randoms, it doesn't seem like it would be that fun. I could see the fun in it and the joking and the laughing with a bunch of buddies. That would be fun. Yeah, I said that last stream, Cans. It's so funny you bring that up. Battlefield 3 was fun as hell, and that was one of the best Battlefield online games I think I've ever played. All the new stuff that's come out since hasn't done it for me. I'm not saying that it sucks. It just, yeah, SG is not really still a thing. No, there's like 2 people that go on that thing. I would like to play Among Us. I don't have anyone to play with. I don't have a lot of people, and I just don't see how it would be as enjoyable with randoms. Because half the fun is just calling people out on their bullshit. Snackies, do you have it on PC? I haven't played any Warzone. I got the Battle Royale games, I just needed a break. So, I mean, it looks really fun. I still watch people playing it on streams. Me personally, I haven't. Cold War I haven't touched yet. I mean, it hasn't been released yet. So I will definitely have a game movie on it as soon as it's released. All right, dude. So if I can get more people, I'll try and ask Assassin if he'll do Among Us, and maybe we can do it as a stream night. God, I can't imagine. That'd be fucking hilarious. Oh, the Mac 11's a beast. Oh, dude, I didn't know you bought a PC. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. You know, knowing you and just like the games that you play, you would love Guild Wars too. Yeah, I don't think I can get T-Rox doesn't PC game. Yeah, I mean, I could see if he'll get into it, but I don't think he PC game. I don't think he has it. He's an Apple guy, and he hasn't really gotten into it. Yeah, I've been staying away from the Call of Duty multiplayer beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely going to be getting it. I'm definitely going to be playing it. I'm going to be doing the game movie for it. I just didn't want to spoil it yet because these things change so much, and then you get burnt out too early in these alphas because they only give you one map and you play the same damn thing over and over again. What I want to know is how are they going to treat Warzone? Is it going to be carried on through this, or are they going to bring Blackout now? Are there going to be 2 iterations of Battle Royale games? Like, what's the story with that? Because if that's the case, it's kind of shitty. I'd rather them keep one game and keep it updated. I don't know. I mean, I'll talk to T-Rox about it. Snake Eyes. I don't know if he's it. Cans, it looks like your moderator thing worked. So season 6 is the 29th. So they're going to do a Battle Royale game in Cold War? I've never heard of Unmasked. Actually, I have heard of Unmasked. I have to look it up. All right, James. Thanks for swinging in, man. All right, folks. I gotta get ready. I gotta put some stuff away. I gotta get ready. I gotta hit the hay soon. I gotta get up early for work. I appreciate you all for joining. It was freaking amazing again. We streamed for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was a good night. Chat was awesome. You guys that support this channel, I say it all the time, but you guys amaze me. You certainly keep me doing what I'm doing, and I appreciate every minute of it. And if these live streams continue to pull in people, we'll continue to do them. As it stands right now, I'll plan on doing episode 2 of Batman next week, Tuesday, and we'll carry it on from there. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks. Stay safe. Stay healthy.